Hello, Grasp Academy families. This is Principal Amanda Sauer with some information about the first few weeks of school. First of all, welcome back. We're excited to be launching another school year at Grasp Academy. First, let's talk about arriving at school. Students in extended day may arrive at 7 a.m. through the front door. Car riders may be dropped off at the car rider doors from 8 to 8:30 a.m. That is the first parking lot that you come to as you drive down Justina Road. Doors close at 8:30 a.m. Then elementary parents must sign students in at the front desk. Middle school students are able to sign themselves in to be tardy, but parking after 8:30 a.m. is on the street. Our front lot is only for buses from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Just some reminders for the first day, especially for car riders. Traffic will be heavy, so please leave early. Many parents will want to walk students to their classroom. In order to do this, they will have to show a photo ID and sign in at the front desk. We will have multiple sign-in sheets available to try to speed up this process. Also, you will probably need to park on the street as there will not be enough available parking. PTA has invited parents to join them for a brief meeting and breakfast at 8:30 a.m. in the library after you drop off your students. Our classes do begin at 8:30 a.m. each morning. Elementary students have a holding area where they wait in their hallways if they arrive to school prior to 8:30, and middle school students report to the cafeteria. Starting Wednesday, we will begin using our photo ID driver's license badges. For that process, you must show your driver's license and it's scanned into the system and prints a visitor's tag. It is a little bit of a slower process, so we will begin that Wednesday, but please know that at that point, if you still want to walk your child to class, that is allowed, but it is a slower process to get moving. Bus riders, a little bit of information about riding buses in the morning. Buses will probably run behind the first few days and traffic is heavy. Students will be tagged for easy memory of what bus they ride home when they get off of the bus. Bus tardies are excused. We will address the arrival times after stops are a little bit more firm. So if a bus is always arriving late to school or is always arriving extremely early for school, we will work with the transportation department to adjust those times. If you have bus questions, there is a hotline right now from August 1st to August 25th. It is 904-381-7433, and it is staffed Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Just a little bit of information about breakfast and lunch. Breakfast and lunch are provided daily free of charge at our school. When buses arrive late, students are offered breakfast. We do not call home for forgotten lunch boxes since lunch is provided. Healthy snacks are allowed in class if students pack those for their book bag. We do not force students to eat, but everyone must have some kind of lunch in front of them. If they choose to eat it, we will just try to encourage them to give some nutrition to their brain. We do not permit carbonated drinks or soda. Also, please remember to not pack glass bottles or sharp knives. We also do not have microwave access for students. A little bit about uniforms. Reminders that our students are to be in a collared golf shirt. They're to be plain or with the Grasp logo. Our colors for uniforms are navy, blue, hunter green, white, or red. The only t-shirts that are allowed are our school logo t-shirts. There's order forms in the office. He picks up orders each week and drops them back the following week. Miss Sherry, our bookkeeper, is your point of contact for that. Bottoms need to be khaki or navy, and those are shorts, skirts, or jumpers or pants. Reminder for the ladies, they need to be no shorter than 4 inches from the knee. That's the Duval County Code of dress. Also, the pants should be in khaki or navy, not jeans. Belts are not required, but pants and shorts must be worn at waist level, not sagging. Also, leggings must be solid navy, white, or hunter green. New students are given 10 school days to purchase and get into uniform. We can work with you if you need some assistance as well. Please call and ask for the school counselor. Here are some do's and don'ts. Black is not a school uniform color. Also, jeans are not permitted unless we are having a special non-uniform day. Please make sure that the clothing is not too short. We understand students go through growth spurts, so please be checking lengths of shorts and skirts. Also, no ripped or items with holes in them. Also, prints and patterns are not permitted. It's a solid uniform. And also athletic shorts are not permitted. So shorts can have rubber elastic waist, but they are not to be athletic shorts. Also, students in Duval are not to wear flip-flops or the athletic slides. All shoes are to have some sort of back strap. And remember that you'll need PE appropriate shoes on PE days. Headbands are fine, but without the crazy attachments. We'll save those for hat days, and they can be distracting in the classroom. Also, no hats are permitted in the building. Students are allowed to wear a hat for PE since PE is outside, and the sun can be quite direct and warm. Also, the students are not to wear their hoodies, no large chains or offensive jewelry per the DCPS policies. And again, please no holes and rips in the clothing. So some reminders for getting home the first day, car riders. Dismissal time is 3:00 p.m. this year for all grade levels. This is to ensure that we're getting all of our academic minutes in for the day. In the past, elementary had dismissed at 2:50, but we have adjusted that, and all classes will dismiss at 3:00 p.m. Office sign-outs are permitted only up until 2:15 p.m. After that time period, you'll be directed to the car lot. Also, phone messages. If you need to change how your child is getting home, those phone messages must be made to the front office by 2:15 p.m. After that point, we cannot be getting messages to the right location, and we may essentially mess up what you've requested because of the last minute notice. So therefore, requests will only be taken up until 2:15 p.m. Car riders will be handing out in the car line the first week cards to put on your dashboard with the print where you can print the first and last name to help speed up our car line process. We'll have more car riders the first 1, 2, maybe 3 days of school, but then our car line tends to diminish. Please pull all the way forward in the car line to allow us to load several cars. And please do not use cell phones in the moving car line. Let's keep our eyes out and watch for children. We'll have siblings and carpool riders waiting together, and that should help speed up the process as well. Bus riders for the afternoon. As I said earlier, we tag our bus rider book bags. Encourage your students to leave those tags on. Also, we need the students' cooperation with keeping everything quiet so we can get students seated in the cafeteria at their right bus line and on their way. Buses will run slow the first week or two until the zero rider stops are dropped. Changes to bus route times or stops will be given in a letter if they're going to make an adjustment. I recommend that you send an index card in the backpack with the bus number, your address, your phone number, and the stop location. A driver may ask the student, where do you get off? And the students often say something like, well, at the Kangaroo gas station. And that's not as descriptive. And so they just tend to ask students that, and it's better if we have the actual intersection written in the backpack somewhere in case it is needed. Also, if a student is going to be riding to a different stop or with another student, maybe going home for the weekend together for a sleepover, means we must have a written note from both families, and it has to be submitted to the office in the morning for approval and communication. After 2 p.m., bus notes will not be processed. Permitted to use water bottles, as we sometimes have long bus routes that can be warm. Again, if you have any bus issues or concerns, please call the hotline. Um, it is there for you. Our front desk stops answering phone calls around 4:30, and some of the students will be riding buses quite later than that, and therefore you'll need the bus hotline. Our school contact is our dean, Miss Kristen Smith, and know that if you would like to start riding a bus and you haven't ridden before, it could take 5 to 10 days to add a stop or to make a stop change. So if you're going to be moving during the school year, giving transportation 2 weeks notice of that new address will really help in getting that processed. Just a little bit of paperwork. There were 4 required forms for this year. If you did not attend the orientation Meet the Teacher night, please print them from the school website and submit them to school. We need all of those forms returned. Also, if you're new to the state of Florida, welcome, and you must have a physical in the first 30 days by a state of Florida physician. So we will be sending paperwork home for those families. Also, 7th graders, immunizations must be up to date. The Tdap is usually the shot that 7th graders need. The nurse will be checking files and letting you know if there's a gap that needs to be addressed. Also, remember that medication must be brought in by the parent in person and paperwork. Please do not send medication on the bus. A designated adult or parent needs to walk that medication in with the completed paperwork. It also must be an original container. Inhalers or EpiPens. We do have some older students that are authorized by their physician to self-carry or have that inhaler in a backpack. It must be noted in the physician's paperwork that it is self-carry authorized, otherwise it stays in the office. And students are not to keep medication in a backpack. So if you have a student who may occasionally need Tylenol for headaches, etc., it has to be brought in the proper container. It has to have paperwork signed by the doctor saying that when they have a headache, they may be provided Tylenol. So please make sure you're aware of and follow the medication processes. As we begin to wrap up and close, I just want to remind you to get involved. Our PTA and our SAC, our School Accountability Committee, those dates will be posted on the website, and we ask you to join those organizations for more information. Also, our open house is August 29th. The dates and times and more information is available on our website. And finally, if you have any concerns, please let us know so we can see how we can help. We hope we have a great year at Team Grasp, and let us know how we can help. Thank you.